Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, LC Drone Solutions. My name is Lamir Carter, and today we've got a story that serves as a huge warning for all drone pilots, one that could have much worse consequences. This story comes by way of usatoday.com titled Drone Operator Pleads Guilty After Aircraft Strikes Firefighting Plane Over Palisades Fire. Now, you guys remember the firefighting aircraft, the Quebec 1, that was hit by a drone a few weeks ago, right? Well, a drone operator in California just pleaded guilty after his drone collided with that aircraft. Yeah, you heard that right.
The DOJ says Akemann has pleaded guilty to one count of unsafe operation of an unmanned aircraft and that he also allegedly admitted to his reckless and illegal conduct. According to federal prosecutors, Akemann drove to the 3rd Street Promenade in Santa Monica. He parked his vehicle on the top floor of a parking structure and flew his drone in the direction of the Palisades.
A civilian drone took down a life-saving aircraft during an emergency situation. So let's look into what happened, the legal consequences, and why this is a big deal for drone operators everywhere. So, according to federal court records, Peter Tripp Akemann, a 56-year-old from Culver City, admitted to recklessly flying his drone near the wildfire last month. He flew it more than 1.5 miles into restricted airspace over the fire, and at some point, he lost sight of it. That's when his drone collided with a Super Scooper plane, a Canadian firefighting aircraft known as Quebec 1. So this plane was actively fighting the fire when it was struck mid-flight. Now, luckily, the aircraft landed safely, but the damage was serious. A 3-inch by 6-inch hole in the left wing, forcing it to be taken out of service for repairs. Now, or you're probably wondering, what's the cost? Over $65,000 in damages. Sheesh. Now, Akemann has now agreed to plead guilty to one count of unsafe operation of an unmanned aircraft, which is a misdemeanor, but it still carries up to 1 year in federal prison.
Federal prosecutors today filed a criminal charge against Peter Tripp Akemann. Mr. Akemann has agreed to accept responsibility and plead guilty to one count of unsafe operation of an unmanned aircraft.
And here's where it gets worse for him. The FAA had already issued a temporary flight restriction, or TFR, over the area, which means he was knowingly flying in a no-fly zone. Let's talk about why this is such a serious issue, not just for Akemann, but for all drone operators. So 1, you're endangering lives. Firefighting aircraft operate in intense conditions. A drone strike could have caused a catastrophic crash if it hit a crucial part of the plane. Now imagine if this had caused a fire crew to go down. 2, you're stalling life-saving efforts. Because of this incident, the Super Scooper had to be grounded for repairs. That's one less aircraft in the fight against a rapidly spreading wildfire. And in situations like these, every second counts. And 3, you're causing serious financial damage. $65,000 in repairs, that's taxpayer money being wasted on avoidable damage that could have been used for more resources to fight the fire instead of fixing a problem that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Now, here are my thoughts on this. I love drones. I know most of you watching this do too. But there's a right way and a wrong way to fly. And this was absolutely the wrong way. If you see a wildfire, don't fly near it. If there's a TFR, temporary flight restriction, in place, don't ignore it. And if you lose sight of your drone, I think that's a clear sign you're not flying responsibly. This guy wasn't curious, he was careless, and now he's facing potential prison time because of it. Now, lastly, this should serve as a wake-up call to all drone operators, whether you're flying for fun or for business. Know the rules and respect the airspace, because if you don't, you're not just risking fines, you could be putting lives at risk. What do you guys think? Should drone laws be even stricter after incidents like this? I know this is a question I've posed a few times before, but drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, fly safe, fly smart, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Take care.